White in Chais these peace Naxil, KASP Samhain, Kinto Simpington. I am Cree, Ojibwe, Sarsi, Blackfoot, but I get the privilege of living in the Okanagan territory, Okanagan Nation. It's amazing. I've lived here for about 14, 15 years, since I was 19. So pretty much my presentation is on the work that I do with youth and Aboriginal youth. When I was born in Prince George, I almost died, right? My dad was a heroin addict. He was a drug dealer. He was a pimp, but I didn't know that at a young age. And my mom, she was a street worker, right? So my mom wanted a son. So my dad was really good friends with my mom, and my dad was like, all right, I'll give you a son, right? So October 31st, 1979, along came me. But the catch is, when I was born, I was born with a collapsed lung, and another one of my lungs wasn't fully developed. They had to shave my head, stick like morphine in my head, and so otherwise I would have died. Instead of my dad coming to the hospital and giving my mom flowers and all these things, my dad come to the hospital, pulled out a gun and stuck a gun to my mom's head and said, if he dies, you're dead. So my life was constantly filled with struggle, right? I mean, I grew up with an addict. I discovered my dad was a heroin addict when I was in grade 3. Walked in on him. He was overdosed on a chair in our kitchen, which I was never allowed to go in. His face was all blue. Came downstairs to get a drink of water and yelling in the kitchen, and I was yelling for my dad, and my dad didn't answer, so I looked in because I was all curious, and there he was overdosed. So that was the first time I seen him overdose. So fast forward my life a bit more, living with my grandparents. My dad dropped me off with my grandparents when I was just a baby, right, when I was like 1 or 2 years old. And while I was there, I learned a lot of culture. I learned about pipe ceremonies. I learned about all these things, but I was young, right? So I thought that, my grandpa was just hanging out with me. So he bought me like chicken fingers and toys, but yet he's taking me to these ceremonies, right? So as I got older, I figured out he was doing that, so he's preparing me to do the work I do today. And while I was living with him, again, there was the abuse. I was abused sexually by my 2 cousins from the time I was 3 till I was, 7 years old, 6 years old. And so now, I learned how to be an addict. I learned how to be an abuser. I learned how to be a manipulator. And all of a sudden now, I'm in East Vancouver and seeing my dad, I seen him get shot, seen him overdose, seen him get stabbed and stuff. So I was trying to find a way to turn a negative into a positive, and along came hip-hop music. And with hip-hop music, it brought me back to my culture, right? It brought me back to my roots. It brought me back to being able to share my story and tell people and educate youth that saying no matter where you come from, you can do whatever it is you want to do. As long as you talk to elders, and as long as you learn about the stories of the land around where you come from, because once you learn, native or non-native, once you learn about those stories and learn about who you are, you'll be heavily grounded to do whatever it is you want to do in your life. So I was fortunate enough, April 14th, I'm going to be 5 years sober. I had my struggles with drug and alcohol. Thank you. And along with that, I got a beautiful 4-year-old daughter. I attended this seminar called Choices, which I learned a lot of wicked tools and just brought me back on my feet. I was nominated 2 years ago for Aboriginal Male Entertainer of the Year at the Aboriginal People's Choice Music Awards. I had a video that was on Much Music, and it's all with positive hip-hop music, but promoting my culture, right? Being proud of who I am, right? So that being said, I got a new CD coming out. It's called Living the Good Life, and living the good life to me is just pretty much, like I said, learning about who you are, staying positive, looking after your body spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and stuff. And yeah, it's been amazing. So got the opportunity to meet all sorts of people and, meet elders. Like when I go to a community, I don't just do my show and do my workshop and take off back to my hotel. I take time and I go down and I talk with the elders and I talk with the kids and I find out what's going on in your community. How can we come up with strategies to figure out how we can, battle these things that you're going through, right? And especially using music. So I do gang violence workshops, writing workshops, drug and alcohol workshops, motivational workshops, circles, talk to them about medicines and just anything I can to motivate them to be the best that they can be. So that being said, yeah, my new CD's coming out, and it's always awesome to speak in front of like just different people, because I speak in front of like young people all the time. And then the last time I was in this building, it was in front of a bunch of elders. It was like an elders gathering. It was a diabetes gathering, actually. And at first, I was like, well, how am I going to get these guys to dance and do their thing, right? And, you know, all it is, you know, everybody loves music. Music is healing, right? Everybody, you know, who listens, rather be techno or country, it's a form of healing, right? Especially just music in general. So they got up and they were dancing. It's going to be to a song that I'm going to perform this afternoon. The first song I'm going to perform features Grand Chief Stuart Phillip, and he's one of the elders. Well, if I called him an elder, he'd probably, you know, be like, hey, I'm not an elder. You know, but he's one of the people I talk to a lot, and he gives me a lot of amazing advice. And I tell people, I like threw him in my basement. I said, okay, just talk on the microphone, right? But, you know, I caught him before he took off to Vancouver this one time, about 3 years ago, and asked him just to speak from the heart. And that's what I do when I do my talks. I speak from the heart, because a lot of youth could, you know, they could tell if you're BSing them, right? So I speak from the heart, doing the workshops, doing the talks, and when I do my songs. And, you know, my dad, before he passed away 3 years ago, and he was clean and sober for 14 years. He went in and out of jails, helped people, and did his thing, and shared his story, and gave back to street people, you know, and gave them, you know, made soup and sandwiches and just constantly gave back. So I carry on his legacy, and this song was actually made for him, right? So my album, Musqua, it's on iTunes. You know, you can pick it up if you like this song, and it's just my story in a nutshell. So coming up right now, I'll perform my song. It's called Musqua, and I thank you guys for your time. Really listen to the words. Here we go. A lot of people don't listen to the words. Maybe turn up the music just a bit more. Yeah.
I'm a whirlwind of aggression, confessing on beats daily. Show love to my native people, cause they helped make me. Mold me to a storyteller, spread cultural pride. All they said was sorry about the residential school genocide. People lost their hurting from the lateral violence. Families still suffer every day in silence. Some elders are scared of black suits, cause that reminds them of all the abuse. I'm fed up, ready to cut loose, so I'ma spread the truth, spit it in the booth. Close my eyes, put myself in my ancestors' shoes. When I hear the stories, I can see the pain. What the elders told me would drive any man insane. Years ago, kids were torn from the home, taken then abused where the evil roam. My people suffered for many moons, and the day-to-day people know we are here
we are
to stay.
nearing the end of this long, dark night of suffering. I believe because many of our people have taken that courageous step to commit to a healing journey, that we are finally beginning to see the first light of the early dawn.
I take my time to write down words that inspire. Come across stories that make me admire how life was like before we existed. Way before the internet and caps that are fitted. There was no lifted trucks or electricity. In this modern day age we get things easy. From food to going anywhere we want to go. Everything is so high tech like G.I. Joe. Let me take you back into time when grandmother spider stole the sunshine. Animals ruled the earth and other mystical creatures. Teachers that would leave an imprint on forever. Ogopogo used to swim free. Native people got along, that's how it should be. Families used to help raise the young, loved our mothers and looked up to our fathers. It was a time when we always spoke to our elders.
We're beginning to understand the importance of our elders and our spiritual leaders, and we are beginning to reach out and ask in a good way for that knowledge that they've held for us, patiently held for us all this time.
And it's like that. So what do you guys think? Was that all right? Thank you. KASPentertainment.com. Thank you so much. So how you guys doing? It's been awesome, this whole thing so far, right? So I'm going to give you guys one tool. Like I usually give out tools when I do work with youth, right? And these are tools that I learned throughout my life, but also through this program that I went to called Choices. How many of you guys ever heard of that program, Choices, our seminar? Cool. So when I typically walk into a room, whether it be, remote community, wherever I go to, I usually give 3 tools. One of the tools I'm going to give you guys today, so let's pretend you guys are all youth. Well, we're all youth, right? At heart, right? Trying is lying. How many of you guys ever heard that saying? Trying is lying. Put your hands up if you heard that before. Now, I heard it before I went to the seminar. I heard it from, you guys watch Star Wars? What did Yoda say? Exactly. And that's a tool that I use throughout my life, and that's a tool I'm giving to you guys. How many of you guys try to go to work on time? Be honest. How many of you guys try to go to work on time? How many of you guys try to go to the gym, try to change your diet? Yeah, so instead of saying, I'm going to try to go to the gym, or I'm going to try to change my diet, or I'm going to try to get a raise, or I'm going to try to change my career, just say, I am. Try say, I am. Say, I am going to go to work on time. I am, and whatever you guys want to say, okay? I am. What do you guys want to do? I am. There you go. Yeah, I am amazing. You could use that for anything. So the point I'm trying to use with that is trying is lying, right? That's huge. So another one I want to give you guys today is be, do, have, which means be committed to do what it takes to have what you want. And I use that throughout my life every single day. I could have used every excuse in the world. I could be another statistic in East Vancouver, on the streets, with my dad being a drug dealer, a heroin addict, a pimp. He beat me up every day. I could have used every excuse in the world to do that, but instead, I was committed to my music. I was committed to my culture. I was committed to myself. I went through some struggles, and now I'm doing what I do and doing what I love today, which is hip-hop music and, sharing my story. And I get paid to travel all across the country. They pay for my food, hotel, everything, and I get to share my story. KASP stands for Keeping Alive Stories for the People, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. So this last song I'm going to share with you guys, it's called Intertribal. Now, on the powwow trail, intertribal means what? If you guys ever been to a powwow. Intertribal means everybody dance. So when I do this song and when I rap this song, it features Northern Cree. They're a drum group that's huge across Indian country, we call it. I want to see everybody at least shaking their head or dancing or doing something, because everybody's been sitting here and listening. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. But I've never been to a hip-hop show or even a concert where everybody just sits back and like, this is very interesting. This is awesome, So I want to see everybody at least doing something, because, we're here to have fun right now, right? I said right? Make some noise. Okay, so let's get this nice and loud, and if you're feeling it, like I said, Intertribal means everybody dance. This is on iTunes, Intertribal KASP. Check this out. You guys are still sitting down. Everybody on their feet. Let's go. Let's get it a little louder in here, sir. A little bit louder. Don't be shy. This is the last song. Here we go. Yeah, don't be scared. You guys start dancing now. Here we go.
Here we come again with a brand new flow. I don't know which way to go. Just put your hands up, high to the sky. Don't ask why. Coming back with another raw rap. I don't give a what, so here's what's up. Coming back with a brand new agenda. KASP came back the very next day. You know I come with pride. Don't ask why. Get on the floor, let's jam out. You know what it is. Shake your bustle, move your muscle. If you wanna try, the floor is yours. I wanna see you sweat dripping off your face. Get your heart racing at a fast pace. Can you hear the drum? I hope you can. I hope you can. Turn it up just a little bit more, sir. Yeah, come on, everybody. Everybody dance. Let's go. Let's jam out. Yeah, make you jump now. We gonna make you sweat. Make them bounce now. Yeah, make them bounce now. We gonna make you sweat. We gonna. Here we go. Stand up and listen to the style switching. B-boy dancing, DJ mixing. Don't need to be sipping to hear what I'm spitting. Do you hear me? Can you feel me? Gonna get you jumping, cool hop stumping, smooth up stepping. No matter what you're rapping, it's time to get down. It's time to get down to the sounds of the underground. Do you hear me? Time to play. Come together, keep it dropping in cloudy weather with the style that's tougher than leather. I know when you hear this, you're gonna wanna move. Come on, everybody, here's your chance to get up, stand up, and just bounce. So bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce, jump, jump. Come on, jump, jump. Don't be shy. Here we go. This is Intertribal. Intertribal means everybody dance. One more time. Everybody dance. Make them jump now. We gonna make you sweat. Make them bounce now. Good job, guys. Yeah. Make them bounce now. We gonna make you sweat. We gonna make some noise, everybody. Yeah. We gonna make you sweat. Make them bounce now. Make them bounce now. We gonna make you sweat. We gonna. Here's your last chance to dance. Yeah. I wanna make you sweat. Yeah. I wanna see you move, move, move. I wanna make you sweat. Here we go. Yeah. I wanna see you move, move. Don't be shy. Here's your last chance to dance. Just bob your head a little bit. I wanna see you move, move, yeah. I wanna see you sweat. Here we go, yeah. I wanna see you move, move. I wanna see you sweat. Here we go, one more time. Everybody get up, everybody dance. Make you jump now. We gonna make you sweat, make them bounce now. Make them bounce now. We gonna make you sweat. We gonna. Here we go. Make him jump now. Yeah, one more time. Make him bounce now. Make him bounce now. We gonna make you sweat. We gonna make you sweat. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. If you guys like the song, it's on iTunes, Intertribal. Thank you guys. KASPentertainment.com. Thank you.